roadside, like one person throws a wrapper, then other sees, oh, there's already a wrapper, I'll throw another wrapper. And a lot of people like that start throwing wrappers and it piles up. So it becomes a garbage dumping point. Okay, so, and you see, like most often it's these tea shops besides the road, and these are cups, leaves, plastic bags, bottles, all these things, right? So I'm targeting this kind of garbage, and how do I lift it up? Is using this design. This is my initial prototypes. You've seen Roomba, like how Roomba cleans the room, it's through vacuum. It consumes a lot of power. It's not designed for roads, because it can only work on smooth surfaces. But this one, it can actually pick up from roads. The garbage goes from inside these two brushes, and due to clockwise, anti-clockwise, it lifts up garbage, collects in the tray. Over the time, I saw some limitations. There was, the tray size is small. It was not very navigable to the potholes. So I made some design increments, added extra wheels, added extra tray. And then right now, I'm here. I chose to go with solar power because with battery, first the battery's weight is too much. Lead acid cell batteries are very heavy, it limits the range. But with solar, I can, like, till there's sun over my head, I can go anywhere. It can do a lot of more work, can work for hours and hours. And other things which I've tried to incorporate is, I've tried to make it as autonomous as possible. I've tried to, from what I could do on object tracking, OpenCV filters, make it identify the garbage, whether it is recyclable, non-recyclable, wet, dry. And you can also do surveillance. So for example, if you are taking pictures of somebody throwing garbage every day, I think after 4 days, it's fair to warn that person, or at least file a case on him that he's being a defaulter every day. So this is the basic design: papers, leaves, wrappers, milk wrappers. You can also lift up cigarette butts and things like that. And I'm trying to work on object identification, but it's very difficult to identify leaves and plastic wrappers because they don't have any definite shape. So I'm looking at other ways in which I can better identify things. If you have feedback, suggestion, please do write to me if you have a better way of doing this. And yeah, that's about it. Any questions? Thank you. Any questions? So everything is on GitHub. I'm using Python code on Arduino and Raspberry Pi, to Python code with OpenCV filters to detect garbage. And the web console which I'm using to control is on native JavaScript. There's not much there. Flask as the backend. And some challenges I would like to share. So right now with solar, this solar battery that I got from SP Road after a lot of struggle, this is very heavy. And it is only 50 watts. So I'm looking at better solar panels that will increase my flexibility, also the weight constraints. So the solar power is very limited. It's a very feeble amount of energy that I can accumulate. So there's not much weight I can put on the robot. So every small component I add, I have to measure its weight. So the overall weight of the robot should not exceed 5 kgs at all. Otherwise, the wheels will completely give up and it'll stop working. And I have to keep buffer for the garbage. So these are my biggest challenges. And some roadmaps are that I wanted to integrate with ROS software and have a 3D model of the roads that it has covered, so that it doesn't go over the same road again and again. And to make it idiot-proof, because I want it to be autonomous. I don't want people kicking it. If somebody is kicking it, at least it should capture a photo of the person who's kicked it. And yeah, sensors for e-waste. There's a lot of electronic waste which is 100% recyclable, and it's our duty to segregate it, and it is our duty as a software engineer to, because it's related to our field, to enable its recycling. And yeah, some stats that I'm trying to collect based on object identification: what kind of garbage it has picked, what kind of colonies we targeted, what colonies are producing more garbage. Yeah, that's, yes. Because I'm trying to increase the ground clearance even more, but yes, it does work on uneven surfaces, because these are not those small wheels which we generally attach with a small chassis. These are big wheels. And yeah, I've tested on roads. Like I showed this kind of surface. There are unevenness. It may get stuck in pothole, but I'm trying to further increase its height so that it can leverage itself up from it. Needs some modifications more, I guess, in that respect. It is an open source project. It's been like that since 5 years. There's no production per se. It's an incremental improvement, I'd say. You need to go to the GitHub repo, see the design, build it yourself. Yeah, most of the projects that I've referenced are from Arduino and Python projects repositories. They have good archives. Besides that, there is a lot of DIY sites, like there's Hacker Days, Hackster, a lot of sites like that. But there's nothing quite like this available anywhere. So, because community projects like this, which clean roads and outdoors, are very rare to come by because they are non-profitable.
Box is completely filled with waste.
Okay.
Then what is like?
Then there's an IR sensor. I will detect that it is completely filled. It has to come back to its station and dispose of it, or it has to send a notification to the manual operator that it needs to be cleared off, and then it can go again.
Like someone should come and like.
Yeah, I have not built that mechanism. In the earlier iterations, I had that. But see, this one, I had this system here, so that it can empty itself. But here, I have a lot of weight constraints. I don't even want to add one extra motor, which will increase the weight. So that's not very difficult to build. It can overturn and throw up, can be built.